everyone, so today I'm going to be filming the Finally Fall book tag. So, I am so excited to say that it is finally fall. It's my favorite time of the year, and even though it doesn't feel like fall outside, I can still be in the spirit. So ever since I made my channel, I've been wanting to do like a bunch of tags, and I just thought this one was perfect. So I have the questions right here on my laptop, and I will be reading them as we go and just give you the answers to the questions. So number 1, in fall the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. So for this I decided to go with Truly Devious because it takes place in the mountains and it's at a boarding school, and it's very like eerie boarding school, and it's isolated. It's the only structures on that mountain, so it's very isolated. There's like a bunch of cliffs and everything like that, and Maureen Johnson just takes a lot of time to, I wouldn't say she takes a lot of time to build the world, but she puts in a lot of emphasis on the setting, which I really think helps out the story. Number 2. Nature is beautiful but also dying. Name a book that is beautifully written but also deals with a heavy topic like loss or grief. So for this book, I'm gonna have to go with A List of Cages by Robin Rowe. I read this book probably a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, and this one was really sad. It was about a boy and he lost his parents, so he has to stay with his uncle, and I'm not gonna give any spoilers away, but it's a very heavy read, a lot of trigger warnings, literally too many to name, but just know if you do plan on picking this up, there are a lot of triggers, abuse, a lot. But I really enjoyed this story. It was a very heavy topic, but it was written so beautifully, and I bawled my eyes out at the end. It's about Adam, who ends up getting an elective of being the aide to the school psychiatrist, and that's where he ends up meeting Julian, and their friendship just kind of blossoms from there, and Adam takes Julian under his wing. And yeah, it's just a really good book, very heavy. So if you're looking for something like that, I definitely recommend this. I believe I gave it 5 stars. 5 stars? But yeah, I definitely recommend this one. So number 3, fall is back to school season. Share a non-fiction book that taught you something new. So for this one, I actually kind of just flipped through Harry Potter on location. So this is a book full of like the inspiration for Harry Potter, and let me see, like stuff like this. It just has a bunch of pictures, and yeah, so I learned a whole lot about where they got inspiration from it, and a lot of the buildings, you can see the actual buildings where a lot of the scenes took place. So that was really cool, and I enjoyed it. Number 4, in order to keep warm, it's good to spend time with people we love. Name a fictional family / household / friend group that you'd love to be a part of. Number 5, the colorful leaves are piling up on the ground. Show us a pile of fall-colored spines. So I actually didn't read this right, and I thought that it said like a spine with a bunch of fall colors on it, so I think that's what I'm going to do instead. But for this one, I picked City of Fallen Angels because, as you can tell, it has a lot of orange and brown and yellow and like dusty rose, so I think this was the perfect spine that just encompassed all the colors. Number 6, fall is the perfect time for some storytelling by the fireside. Share a book wherein someone is telling a story. So for this one, I decided to go with The Book Thief, and they're not necessarily telling a story, but the narrator is kind of telling the story of the girl's life, Liesel's life, and I just think this is a perfect fall read if you're looking for one. But I definitely recommend it, and he is telling a story about her life and the trouble she went through, everything like that. Definitely recommend it. Number 7, The Nights Are Getting Darker, share a dark, creepy read. And for this one, I'm actually going to say Stalking Jack the Ripper, which is the book, this is my most recent read, and I loved it. I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. And this is definitely creepy and dark if that's what you're looking for. The whole first chapter is her talking about cutting into a body to do scientific research on it. And it's all about the killings of Jack the Ripper, and it's really good, and I totally recommend it if you're looking for something like that. Number 8, The Days Are Getting Colder. Name a short, heartwarming read that could warm up somebody's cold and rainy day. So for this one, I'm actually going to go with Everything by Nicola Yoon. And this isn't like super happy, but I don't know, this book, it's kind of like a guilty pleasure for me. I've read it 3 times now, and because I love the movie so much that I decided to read it, and I fell in love with the book even more. And it just has like little illustrations in it, and just stuff like that, and it's like a heartwarming, the ending is heartwarming for me anyways, but I really like it, and this is a very summery read, but I think it is a pretty short, heartwarming read. Number 9, Fall returns every year. Name an old favorite that you'd like to return to soon. So for this one, I decided to go with Vicious by V.E. Schwab, and this is the only book that I've read out of this series, but I read it probably 3 years ago, and I really want to read it again because it's kind of coming back. I haven't read Vengeful yet either, so I think that I should pick this up pretty soon because I want to jump back into this world. Number 10, it says, Fall is the perfect time for cozy reading nights. Share your favorite cozy reading accessory. So for this one, I don't have like a physical thing, but I always put on ASMR rooms because they have a ton of Harry Potter ones. They have like Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, a ton of different ones. And they're perfect because it's kind of just like enough background noise to just kind of get you in the zone, because normally like I can't have anything on when I'm reading. I get super distracted. So I think that that is a perfect way to kind of switch up your reading habits and to make it more fun. So yeah, I hope all of you enjoyed this tag. But yeah, so please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and please subscribe if you enjoy my content.